Welcome back to the live coverage of the Christmas celebrations of 2019. We are still in the Manger Square and we just received the Holy See from the Vatican. As you can see in the other screen, we have hundreds of people in the square who are celebrating Christmas. And now we are hosting Palestinian ambassador to the UK, Dr. Husam Zumlot. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.
How do you see Christmas this year? Are you optimistic? Are you not?
Always. This is the message of Christmas. This is the message of Bethlehem. This is the message of Palestine. Jesus was born only a few steps away, and today, 2020 years on, still his message resonates with every Palestinian, as you see here. You saw before that this is a national event. It's not just a religious event. You heard the bells of the church and you heard the mosque. You saw the scouts from the Christian bands and the Muslim bands. It's an event where Palestinians celebrate because it reminds them of the true message of the people of Palestine, that Jesus was one of us. And it reminds us that this message is always love would overtake hatred and racism, and that, compassion and solidarity is always lasting, as opposed to all that is surrounding Bethlehem. There are more than 18 settlements. Bethlehem has been severed, has been closed down, divided from its twin city, Jerusalem, for the first time in 2,000 years. And Bethlehem has a wall that separates Bethlehem from Bethlehem. Yet, you see this joyous occasion, and people come here to say that our hopes are greater than our wounds and our suffering, and that our aspirations are much, much larger than the present, than the Trumps and the Netanyahus. And I think this message, the message of Christmas, the message of Jesus, is a Palestinian message. And through you and to the world, our message will continue resonating. And no matter what, in the end, it's the people who decide the future. It's not the tanks and the wires and the checkpoints.
Of course, you are our ambassador to the UK, and recently the Conservative Party of the UK won the election. It is known for its right wing and opposing supporting the settlements. How do you think this is going to affect us?
Well, Palestine in the UK is not a party issue, it's a UK issue. So there is a cross-party consensus on the way forward, be it Conservatives, be it Labour, be it Liberal Democrats, be it Scottish National Party. The mosaic of the British political landscape supports a two-state solution on the 1967 borders, support international resolutions and legitimacy, support that international order has to be the framework for our situation. So regardless of the political party, we will deal with the government. And remember, we didn't have a non-conservative government. I arrived to the UK last year and there was already a conservative government, and their position vis-à-vis Palestine has been steady. They have opposed the Trump administration on Jerusalem, on the refugees, on the issue of settlements, annexation, on all the issues. And they also doubled their contribution to UNRWA, the UN Agency for Refugees, from 33 million last year to 65.5 million this year. So the UK government, regardless of the political party, remains to be committed to internationalism, to the international order, and to Palestine being that of the international order, and remains to be committed to the European consensus, regardless of Brexit. So we look forward to work with the new government. We have sent a letter by His Excellency President Abbas to the Right Honourable Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, congratulating him, and we look forward to engaging. There was a phone conversation between our President and the British Prime Minister, and soon, hopefully, we will have a very senior visit by the two sides. We have a historic relationship. Britain has a responsibility on us, moral, political and legal. Remember the Balfour Declaration, and Britain must play a leading role in resolving this issue.
Recently the UN voted in favor of the International Criminal Court taking an investigation against Israeli war crimes in Gaza. What are your expectations? We have been going to the ICC for years and still there is no result.
Yes, but this is the first time the ICC says that there have been war crimes committed in Palestine by Israel, and that these war crimes merit investigations and that the court is going to investigate these war crimes. This is a good day. It's a good day not only for us, it's a good day for the international system, and it's a good day for justice. And linking this to Jesus Christ, to Christmas, to the message that we just heard today, it's all about justice. The life of Jesus was about justice, and we link it only last week to the decision by ICC. Justice has to be delivered to every Palestinian mother and father, everyone who lost loved ones, everyone's house that was demolished unlawfully, everyone that has shed a tear because of this criminal occupier. It's time for international scrutiny, international justice be delivered to the people of Palestine, and this is our non-violent, peaceful way to deliver justice. And I believe that was the way of Jesus Christ 2020 years ago, and this is exactly what we're saying. We're still clinching in that message, that with peaceful means, with international cooperation, with compassion and solidarity, we will get where we want to go.
So in midst of all this pressure, like international and the governmental pressure on the Palestinian Authority, what are your next steps?
Our one and most important step is you and they and them, our people, and look at them. I mean, this is a mosaic of a diverse society that is clenching onto their land and that are able to withstand and to persist. And the perseverance level of the Palestinian people is greater than all the empires that have come and gone. And we believe that we remain to be the true inhabitants of this great land for millennia. And we think that one day we will achieve our righteous rights and cause. However, it's a painful period. Regrettably, there is an ascending of right-wing movements all over, starting from Trump all the way to Israel and Netanyahu. There is this politics of phobia and divisions. We will continue working with the other sides, with those who are globalists, universalists, with those who believe in the basic human rights, with those who believe that human rights are undivided, with those who think values are universal. We will continue being their partners and their allies, and we think one day the light will come out for us and them, and one day the Trumpism will demise and will fail, and we believe that so far as we remain on our land, peace will prevail and our rights will be achieved.
So what's your final message for next year for the Palestinians?
Hang on there, inspired, full of energy, raise our kids to the highest standards, raise them as you did, tolerant, loving each other, regardless of their religion or creed or color, and raise them in belief of their destiny and in belief of the absolute fact that one day we will be free, Bethlehem will return to be the gravity of the globe, Jerusalem will return to be the closest to sky, and that we as Palestinians will be a bridge between East and West. That will come back again, and we will get rid of the colonies and of the settlements and of the occupation, because all of these things are simply temporary and they cannot sustain. We can sustain.
That's a great message. Thank you very much, Dr. Husam Zumlot, our ambassador to the UK. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned with us for the continuing coverage of the Christmas celebrations in the Nativity Square. There are still people here and we are still celebrating until midnight.